6:46, the countdown ticking to the Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio.
It kicks off on Monday, but before then, the presumptive nominee, Donald Trump, may be ready to announce his running mate.
Time's running out for that decision as well. Joining us this morning, our Roundup panel, Fox 26 senior legal analyst Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist, public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
All right, so we have gotten to the where many people thought it would never happen. Donald Trump as the nominee for the Republicans. Have we gotten past the point where there will be any shenanigans to try to unseat that course? Jackie's.
Well, leading up to our state convention, everyone thought that there was going to be some kind of coup and they would take over, and that didn't happen. And I suspect it'll be the same way with the our national convention. I think they're going to focus on the platform, go more to the right. It's going to be very conservative, focusing on trade and immigration. And the fact that Ted Cruz is one of the speakers, he was one of the first people announced as one of the speakers at the convention, is a sign that it's time to unify and make sure we rally around Donald Trump.
There's still a group of people that are hoping to unseat Ted Cruz. They've only got, Donald Trump, excuse me, they've only got 400 delegates, they claim. That's not enough to do anything. The Ted Cruz speaking slot was a coup for Ted Cruz. He didn't have to endorse Donald Trump, and he still gets a national speaking slot at the convention. That was a major coup for Ted Cruz in moving him forward in the 2020 election. It was a major deal for him.
And I'm as big a critic of Donald Trump than anyone else, but he did win this fair and square. He got the most amount of votes. He got the delegates, and so he should be allowed to be the nominee. As sad as it is, he should be allowed to be the nominee.
And now we want to see who the running mate's going to be, and that's what we're heading. Okay, we've got Newt Gingrich at the top of the list. How are you feeling about that?
I like Newt. He's very established. I know we're going anti-establishment. At least that's been the trend with a lot of voters. But the fact that Newt knows a lot of the policies, he knows how Washington is, he knows how to operate. I think it would be good for him to have Newt as a running mate, especially since he's new to Donald Trump is new to politics. He was campaigning yesterday with Pence, so that rumor's floating around.
He seems to be at the top of that list as well.
But the announcement is coming today, so we'll find out soon.
Well, Mike Pence's performance wasn't as strong, so I think that Newt Gingrich and Donald Trump have a lot of chemistry together. But they've got to be the most unpopular people ever to run on a ticket. I think that'll be a historic number of negatives for the president and a vice president nominee.
Chris, we're looking at your cufflinks there.
That's
Are we
right.
able to get a shot of?
I think we got a shot of these.
You feeling like a gambling man there?
I wore these just for this
so
today,
funny.
just for the Trump announcement today of the VP pick. Donald Trump announced early on that he wanted somebody to help him with the legislative side, which I think gives Newt Gingrich a high, really the leg up here. His advisors are saying he needs someone to help him on the other side of this, but Donald Trump hasn't done anything his advisors have suggested he do yet in this whole process.
So what does he need then, in your humble opinion, in a running mate?
If you look at the race, this is the first time in a very long time that the public has really coalesced around the two candidates already. We're only arguing about 5% of the population. And so when you pick a running mate, if you're going to get someone that's going to help you, we're talking about roughly about 5% of the population. That's a very, very difficult race for us to attract those people. So he may be in the right course to say, you know what, I'll just go after somebody who can help me on the legislative side of this thing because I don't understand it.
He needs someone who's strong in policy, and that's definitely Newt's very strong, one of his strong points. He needs someone who understands the legislative process. He needs someone who's been around in the political scene for a long time, and that's why I think Newt is one of his best picks and probably number one. And I think that's who he's going to announce today.
Well, he needs someone to do all that stuff if he wins. And I think with Newt Gingrich, who's arguably one of the most unpopular speakers we've had in history, joined with Donald Trump running together, it's going to be a fairly negative, aggressive, nasty campaign.
But real quickly, before I let you go, there was this name floated, Lieutenant General Flynn, a registered Democrat. It didn't appear to get any traction amongst the talking.
Well, he's a Democrat for one.
Right.
I think the reason why he was looking at him is because a lot of people have been complaining about Obama's foreign policy. and they feel that it's lacking, and we don't really see much stronger policy points from Hillary. So that's why you would think of someone with his strong military background. But he's not a very popular person.
He's pro-choice.
No one knows his name.
He's pro-choice. He
And he's
said
a
it on
Democrat.
national TV just 2 days ago. He's done.
All right, we could talk about this all day. I know we have so many more questions for you, and we have you as our panel, and we will be talking a lot in the time to come. Chris, Mustafa, Jackie, great to see you here today.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.